Okay, we are live. Awesome. All right. Well, today, first of all, I'm Shannon, and I am going live today with some of my lovely ladies that are in the Doers Dugout. And so they so graciously are taking time out of their day to come on here and tell you why they love the Doers Dugout so much. So let me just tell you, for those who don't know what the Doers Dugout, real quickly, it is a small group coaching program that I have for phenomenal women who have just, for whatever reason, been maybe overthinking a few things and not able to take action, like intentional, purposeful action in their business. And so we meet every day inside the Doers Dugout so that we can create doable strategies, doable action items, and actually get them done so that you can accomplish the things that you really want to accomplish in your business and in life. So I'm going to introduce each of you, and then we'll just kind of go on the questions. You can say hi like this when I introduce you. So first we have Dana Settle.
Hi.
And then Faye Hartzell. Faye. And Miss Lynn Patton.
Hi.
And ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. So first of all, Dana, I'll start with you, and I want to ask you, what was your biggest challenge prior to joining the Doers Dugout?
I think the biggest challenge for me has been accountability. I'll say I'm going to do something and, life happens. So I feel accountable to these three women right here. They do hold my feet to the fire. Not just Dawn, but all of us do together. And I am getting stuff done that I have been trying to get done for years, literally. So the accountability piece of it to me is really important, and that we're not just an isolated person struggling, that we all have these challenges and that we work through them together. And Dawn is a very calming influence on my life, let me tell you. She is just a chill gal that just works through the problems. And when we get frustrated, and we all do, she says, all right, let's just take a breath and let's just get on through it. And that's what's been happening for me. I'm feeling very, very like things are moving along. And I appreciate everything that Dawn has done and the other two colleagues in this group. I think we're good for each other.
Yeah, and I love that you said that about the collaboration piece of it, because that's so critical. Not only accountability is the missing piece in a lot of people's businesses, but the collaboration that you get in a small group where you can actually, be seen, be heard, and get your questions answered and get feedback from people in the group that have experienced, something that you haven't, and they're like, oh, that happened to me. Let me tell you what I did.
Yes. And that's been really important. That's been really important as we've moved along. So I've loved every minute of it. And thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, let's hop over to Lynn, and let's see if what next question, unless you want to answer that question, Lynn, I'll give you a different one if you want.
Oh, different one's fine.
Okay, very good. So, what were you hoping to achieve when you came into the Doers Dugout?
When I first heard of the Doers Dugout, it was like a lightning bolt just hit me, because I have been in the corporate world all of my career until a few years ago, when I retired from the corporate world and decided I was going to be an entrepreneur. And it was hard for me to have the structure and actually make it a business, because it was just one of those things. I'd get up and I'd go, oh, I intend to do this and I intend to do that, and the day would get away from me, like Dana was saying, and nothing was getting accomplished. And then I'd make a decision to do something else the next day, and it wouldn't get accomplished, and it was just total frustration. And so when Dawn offered this accountability and actually a structure to help people start their businesses and expand their businesses, I couldn't resist. It was absolutely wonderful. And like Dana was saying, being in this group makes all the difference in the world, because I still have that tendency to postpone things. But these ladies are lovely, but they will give me a velvet kick in the bottom to get things done. So
Absolutely.
I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for Dawn for putting this together. It's life changing. Definitely.
Oh, well, thank you, Lynn. I mean, I think you touched on something really important there because when we have been in the corporate setting for so long, we have that structure. You're expected to show up at 8, work till noon, take your lunch, come back, work till 5, maybe even later.
Yeah.
And you're directed. I mean, it doesn't matter, even if you're higher up in the company, you're still directed. You know what you need to be doing, you know the end goal that you're trying to get to, and you have to perform each and every day.
Right.
And when you leave that and you come into your own and you're like, okay, well, now I'm an entrepreneur. Woohoo, I get to do whatever I want, set my schedule, free and easy. And then, months later, you're like, well, crap, what have I gotten done?
True.
you know so
Very
having structure is so important, and so that's why I created this, because I saw it, I felt it myself, and I'm like, man, we need something to help us get our stuff done each and every day. And like you said, we're going to hold each other accountable, and kind of, I do like to say, I give you a swift kick in the pants with my velvet boots. So so I love being able to do that, because I see the action that you ladies are taking and the progress that you're making in your businesses. So Faye, I'm going to ask you, what was it about the Doers Dugout that intrigued you so much you just had to say, oh my gosh, I'm in?
My goodness, there were a couple things, but I think the most important thing was that I really got a sense that I would be guided as to how to deal with all the things that were on my plate. So for me, I, very much agree with what Dana said and what Lynn said, but it was also not necessarily knowing what I needed to do. So I had all of these ideas, all of these things I wanted to do, and I didn't really know how to prioritize them. And after prioritizing them, learning how to take each step and remembering that I only need to take one step at a time. And I think that's the thing that really stands out is, yes, you can gently nudge us to move forward, Dawn, but you do it in a way that makes sense. And you really give us the chance to allow it to sink in. And then the follow-up, the accountability is huge.
Well, and I appreciate you saying that, because you're right. So I can consider each and every one of you visionaries, because you have so many great ideas and so much flowing through your brain, that you just want to get done. Like, oh my gosh, I can do this and this and this and this. And that's so typical for visionaries. And it's great. We need visionaries, right? But the visionaries, if they don't have that integrator in their life holding them to, okay, those are all great ideas, which one do you want to do first, right? And then you take that idea and you go, okay, well, what's the first step, right? Because we often try to get ahead of ourselves, and then it just becomes paralyzing, because we're like, we want to do it all right now, but you can't do it all right now unless you have a huge team, right? And as solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, we have ourselves. And so that's why I created this team here inside the Doers Dugout, to help each other figure out what's next, the whole what's next method, right? What's next? What's the very next thing that you need to do? And getting it in a priority that makes sense for you, right? Because sometimes even now, we've been doing this 2.5 months, and even now it's like, well, I still need to do da da da. Okay, but what really do you need to do first? And so I love that you brought that to the table, and that's been helping you. I really appreciate that. And you, Faye, came through my Stop Overthinking Start Doing masterclass that we had back in December. And so that was really phenomenal. We went through that 5 days and really just, gosh, we just did a lot of brain dumping, prioritizing, visioning, just all of those things. And so I've actually brought that into the Doers Dugout, and we do that just every day on a weekly basis. So awesome. All right. Well, I want to ask the next question. So really, when you first heard about this, obviously there was a reason that you came in. What were you, and Dana, I'll go back to you, what were you hoping to achieve from the Doers Dugout?
Well, our CRM platform that we were introduced to, it was an overwhelming technological thing that it just, I knew I needed it for communication with my team. and for promoting things, but I just was overwhelmed in how to get it started. So one of the main things I wanted to get accomplished was to get that going and to get my contacts going and be able to get emails sent and just get the ball rolling in that. And then the other thing was to have a communication piece on Facebook, to have a private group that not only my team, but other people could be involved with. And it was an education piece. It wasn't just a marketing piece, it's educating people on what to do. And so that led me to go ahead and pull the trigger and start this Facebook group that I had put off starting for 6 years. I mean, it's embarrassing to say that, but I just couldn't see how I could manage it. But it's not been bad at all. It's been great. And now that, and John was pushing me, let's get these videos going. You need to do some videos. And so now it's like, okay, I've got all these ideas. I have a sheet of all these ideas of things that I want to do videos on. And we've got a way to house them in the guide section and people can find them easily. I mean, things are just falling into place. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm going in a direction that I've needed to go for a long time. So that's kind of, for me, getting the CRM going, getting the Facebook going, and being more in communication with my team members, so they're connected to what we're doing and not just kind of waving in the wind.
Right. Well, and that's so important too, because then that all happens on Tech Tip Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go every Tuesday and we actually talk about the tech issues that we're having. And invariably, it just happened yesterday, my technology loves to crash on Tech Tip Tuesday. So, but you know what? That's the thing that happens, is that when it crashes or when something comes up that they don't know how to do, they're like, I don't know how to do it, just forget it. And then they walk away from it, like you said, 5-6 years, and that's not serving you. So that was a piece that was given to me in my divine download of how this was all going to work, is, you know what, we need tech help and we need really one-on-one hand holding sometimes to walk through step by step how to do it. Because once you learn how to do it, it's not as intimidating. It's as hard as you had made it out to be. So I love that you have your group going and you are so consistent with that group, and it's been amazing to watch. And like you said, you've got them all housed in the guides, and it's people are coming. Your group has grown to over 120 plus people in a short amount of time. It's just amazing the growth that you've seen. So let me pop that same question to you, Lynn. What were you hoping to get when you joined the Doers Dugout?
I was hoping to get, like you said earlier, I definitely am a visionary and I'm not an integrator. For me, that's very, very evident. I have wonderful, wonderful ideas, and to me, they all fit together, but how to get them to actually fit together into a business form was something I needed a lot of help with. And if you add in that I wasn't tech savvy, I understand the computers, but I wasn't up to date on how to actually make each platform work for me. And it was very challenging. And I was camera shy, totally camera shy, and I wouldn't do a Facebook Live. And one day we were having a power hour, which on Thursdays we have power hour where we can work on our projects, and Donna's here to help us. And she challenged me to just go ahead and do a Facebook Live, which I did do, and it was easier than I thought, and it just took all the fear away from doing it. So now I've got a new course that I'm going to be doing, a journey with women that I'm going to be doing starting in April. And I've got the videos planned, what to do with that, and to pop everything into the guides. And I'm very excited. And it would never have happened without this group of ladies at all. I'm very grateful.
I love that. I remember that power hour, because so that's what we do every Thursday. We come together, we state our intentions, what we want to work on for the next hour. We all go on mute and we go at it, because there's so many times that we don't set aside that time to actually do the work. And it's always amazing at the end of the hour. I'm like, okay, ladies are like, oh my gosh, did an hour just go by, and we get stuff done, but it just flies by when you're not focusing. And I was doing my thing and I looked up and Lynn was gone. I'm like, wonder what she's doing. And then she came back later. She goes, I did my live. And I'm like, yes. I was so excited that she literally got up and took action right then. Guys, my motto is a plan without action is a dream deferred. And I'm so tired, literally tired of women deferring their dreams because of whatever. But when you take action, you make a decision, you take action, it just opens up so many possibilities that it's just amazing. So Faye, same question. What were you hoping to get when you came inside the Doers Dugout?
Well, I was hoping to get some, I think, clarity first. I wanted to be able to have someone or a group of people that I could share my ideas with and see how they could work together. One of the things I love about the Doers Dugout is that it really encompasses whatever it is we're doing. So whether we are authors, whether we are speakers, whether we are in direct sales, whatever it is, the Doers Dugout really is able to help us in each one of those categories. And I think really it was just that guidance, that I needed, because I had all these ideas and just didn't really know how to implement them. I also had a bit of a fear, still do, of the whole Facebook Live, but I just pushed through it. And the support that I get from not only you, Dawn, but from Lynn and Dana is tremendous. And it allows me to know that, I'm doing the best that I can right now, and it can only get better from here.
Absolutely. And it was so great the day that Faye went live in her group too. And tell us the name of your group, Faye.
Beautifully Broken, Divinely Restored.
Isn't that just an amazing thing? And so she is breaking through her barriers of going live, and she did it in the group, and it was just so authentic and so amazing. And I was just so proud. I was like, yes, we are breaking through, because I think you and Lynn both did that in the same week.
We did.
It's like, oh my gosh, this is just phenomenal. These women are breaking through that fear, and it just warmed my heart. It really did. And just for it to happen in the same week was just phenomenal. And I don't think you both realized, that maybe you did, maybe you're pushing.
Not at the time, no.
Not at the time.
So I love it. I love it. Well, I want to keep us in a certain time frame. So I'm going to ask around Dana, for some who may be considering joining the Doers Dugout, what would you say to them?
I would say, don't walk, run and get signed up right now, because the value that you're going to receive. Now, remember, this is every day, 5 days a week, for a whole month. And that's 20 visits. That's 20 times we get to be with Dawn and with our group. That is a lot of value. It's just very encompassing with all of the pieces that go into this program. Now, and I'm a physical therapist and I treat patients privately, so I can't even get on the Monday call. So 4 days a week I'm on the calls, and I feel like that's tremendous value for me. So for me, I've been able to think of other people that need this. And I've had my thinking cap on now for, several months now, thinking about who can benefit from this. And I just keep coming up with more and more names. And they're not necessarily people that have a home base. These are people that have a brick and mortar business. They need this. People need to have direction, need to have accountability. They need to have somebody who knows the ropes and have some kind of a community that's going to support them and say, yeah, keep going and don't give up on that particular idea that you had. We can work through this.
Yes.
So, it's just, it's a gift to me. It's something that I've been looking for a long, long time, because I've been in network marketing and direct sales for quite a few years, along with my physical therapy career. And I just never really had this kind of community, really, this small hands-on, like Dawn says, it's hands-on. It's like, what is the problem today? Let's get to the root of it. Let's find out, Is there some block inside of me that's not allowing me to do something? We get to the root of it. And
Yeah.
that's the deal with people, is we go deep into some stuff. And that's what you have to do, or you're just going to keep having the same issue. So, you know, there's
Absolutely.
more to it than just figuring out how to turn your camera on. It's deeper than that. So that to me is like, it's priceless. And so there are people that I am thinking of that really would have a tremendous moving forward in what they're trying to do, personal life and business. So it's really an all-encompassing thing.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, when I have you guys list out everything that you want to do, all your goals and everything, I make you look at it in a holistic viewpoint, because it's not just about business, it's about your life, and it's about it, it's all connected, right? And so if you just are focusing on the business and you're not considering your health or your environment or, you know, the other things that make up you, then you're leaving a whole piece of it out. So, so I love that. Walk, don't run. Thank you, Dana. That was amazing. So, Lynn, what about you? For anyone considering, you know, like, I don't know if this is for me, what would you?
Oh, if you have a business or even a business idea, but especially if you do have a business in this time of change and how rapidly everything has to change every day. There's a new issue that comes up. There's a new way to promote your business. There's a new way to be in with the people to keep in touch with your customers and your clients. This is the group for you, because it will definitely help you stay focused on what you need to do. Plus, it will give you the faith to grow, and you won't get caught in the little hamster wheel of, well, I've always done it this way, so I really don't know how to do it a new way. And with this group of loving, kind people, and they have compassion for each other, and it's just a very friendly, warm, confidential. You can just be safe. I guess that's the word I was looking for. It's a very safe place to come and expand your business and expand your business ideas. And we would love to have you join us. Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for saying it's a safe space, Lynn. I really appreciate that, because that is the culture that I want to foster, is that it's safe. And even though I'm holding your feet to the fire, you know, I'm loving on you at the same time. So,
Definitely.
so that's phenomenal. And Faye, what about you as we wrap it up? What would you say to people considering joining the Doers Dugout?
Well, the other two said it so well, but I think what I would add to it is that it's not just about business. I mean, I know Lynn touched base on that, but so often what holds us back has nothing to do with what we are looking at or what we think it is. So what the Doers Dugout does is it does look at all the different aspects, and we tackle it, and we tackle it even when it hurts. But yet, once you get past that hurt, you're now feeling better and you have a clearer perspective. And that's the thing. Again, even if you don't have a business, you know, if you are, you know, a homemaker, that is a business. Whether you know, actually get a paycheck or not, it definitely is still something that you need to organize and be able to move forward with. So I would, again, just say, just do it, because it is worth every penny.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, and you're right. It's so a lot of times when I'm working one-on-one with clients, I see this same recipe over and over again: 2 work or business goals and 1 personal goal. And it's all encompassing. And you're right. I mean, you can have anywhere from a brick and mortar business to, you know, entrepreneur, solopreneur, to a homemaker. And we all need accountability. We all need to know what direction we're going. And it's just phenomenal how this group, and it's all just coming together. And I think I said earlier, it was a divine download. It really was. It was just sent to me, like on Mondays, we're doing Map It Out Monday, Tech Tip Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday. That's our circle group coaching. Thrive on Thursday. It's where we do our power hour. And then Vision Casting Friday on Freedom Friday is just amazing. I think you can all testify that we bring Kleenex every Friday because we're breaking through that barrier, that has been holding us back for so long. But you know what? We have to do that. We have to break through. We have to peel the onion. I'll say peel the pineapple, right? Because the pineapple, you got to get from that prickly outside into the good juicy inside. And it's so necessary. And I'm so honored that each of you are with me here in the dugout. And it's been an amazing journey. And like you, I'm just ready and open arms to accept more people into the Doers Dugout so they can experience what you ladies each have experienced in your businesses and in your personal life. Is just amazing. So I'm gonna wrap it up because we are over time, but I want to thank you again for joining me here. And for those of you watching, if you have any questions about the Doers Dugout, I will pop a link in the comments below that will get you to a page that you can read all about it, but feel free to reach out to any of us ladies here on Facebook, and we'd be happy to have a conversation with you. And ladies, again, thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock inside the Doers Dugout.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.